Guys, they don't build trucks like they used to. On this episode of TFL Classics, Kase, who is behind the camera, and I will show you two indestructible trucks with bulletproof engines and show you exactly what it's like to live with a 1994 Dodge Ram Heavy Duty or a 1965 Ford F100/F250. So Kase, how about this? First, you drive your truck and we'll figure out what's what with this Cummins, and then I'll drive the Ford. How about that?
Sounds good to me. All right, Andre.
Hey, dude.
We're starting out in the mighty 5.9 Cummins.
The Dodge. So, dude, why compare trucks that are 30 years apart approximately?
Yeah, it seems a little weird to compare these two trucks because there's 30 years between them. One of them is gas, one of them is diesel, but this 5.9 liter Cummins and that 300 inline six and that Ford are considered two of some of the most reliable engines to be put in heavy duty trucks. Of course, there's others like the 7.3 Power Stroke.
Yeah, true.
But
it's a straight six, dude.
These two engines are very much loved by truck enthusiasts.
So this is a 94, correct?
Yep.
And well, let's get going and talk about it.
Now, of course, both of these trucks have manual transmissions. They're both inline sixes. They're both single cab. They're both long bed.
Yeah.
And they're both sort of heavy duty trucks.
And they're both a little bit hardly sprung.
Yeah. Now, the interesting thing, about the F100 is that it's not just an F100 like you mentioned.
No.
It's got F250 axles and everything under it. So these are both kind of heavy duty.
Yeah, totally heavy duty trucks, dude. But first thing I noticed when I jumped in, first of all, very nice clean truck, dude.
Oh, well, thank you. My dash isn't cracked.
Dude, your dash isn't cracked. You have all of your features working. Do I feel air conditioning?
There is functional air conditioning.
No way.
It's fancy. I'll tell you what. You know what else I have?
What?
I've got power locks, I've got power windows, and I have power mirrors.
Dude, you're living in luxury. I thought you liked simple trucks.
Oh, but this is still simple because I've got a mechanical injection pump.
Okay.
I have, my camshaft is gear driven. I mean, this is more complicated than the F100, but this is still a simple, old school, durable truck that's easy to fix in your own garage.
But you also souped it up.
It is a little souped up. So from the factory, this truck made 175 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque.
Yeah.
And that wasn't enough for me.
No. So what'd you do? Just briefly go over that.
Oh, bigger turbo. We went through, we changed the injectors. We did some modifications to the fuel pump, the injection pump itself. We added a lift pump. It's a whole long list of things that, honestly, I can't even remember off the top of my head.
But dude, the 5.9 Cummins, it's a highly sought after engine.
Oh yeah.
You have almost 250,000 miles on this truck?
It's still running strong. And after 250,000 miles, I've added a lot of extra power output to this truck, and it's just eating it up. It doesn't seem to have any problem with that extra power.
So what is it like to live with this truck on a daily basis? Is it similar to a brand new truck?
It's definitely not like a brand new truck. It rides harsh. It's loud in the cab, like you can hear. We get a lot of engine noise in here.
Yeah, but it's good noise.
It is good noise, and I like that a lot. So everything about this truck being old school adds to the experience for me. But it's comfortable. These seats are nice and plush. The fabric is
There's lots
soft.
of room. Yeah.
Everything in here works, and it has plenty of features to keep me comfortable no matter what the weather is, no matter how long I'm sitting in the truck for. I never get tired of it.
So you got a tape deck, you got radio, you have cup holders?
So fun fact, those are not cup holders, these are soda launchers.
What?
Yeah. They don't really work as a good cup holder. If you have a cup in the left side here and you make a right turn, that cup is coming straight out of this open
So it's not
part.
for holding cups, it's just kind of there aesthetically.
Yeah, it's there to make you think you can hold cups, but that's a trick.
Well, this is early cup holders technology, right?
Yeah, and not very good ones. I'm amazed that that's something that took as long as it did to figure out in vehicles, but this is proof.
Dude, but this engine, I mean, we have a lot of viewers sending us pictures of their trucks with 500,000 miles, sometimes almost 1 million miles, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's stories of these engines just doing incredible amounts of work over massive periods of time. I mean, I'm trying to think of a specific story, but I don't doubt that many of these motors have gone over 1 million miles. I personally know somebody who had one of these trucks at 750,000 miles.
Yeah.
At that point it was just burning a lot of oil, the piston rings had worn down, and it could have been rebuilt, but it wasn't worth it. So, this is a tough motor.
It is.
Well, what do you say we take that 300 inline 6 for a drive?
Dude, it's going to be a special experience, trust me. All right, Kase, step into my truck.
Yeah, I'll give you one thing.
What?
This truck is cool.
It does have a lot of character, doesn't it?
Oh, lap belts, old school.
So, lap belts, first of all. Second of all, you're going to have to roll down your window because that's my air conditioning.
Oh, is that your air conditioning?
Yeah, but I do have vents kind of all the way across, even down at the bottom. And I have my little smoker window, dude.
Now that right there is actually one of the best things on old vehicles. And my truck is just barely not old enough to have that.
Now, can you hear the echo?
Yeah.
That's one key of this vehicle. It's
the echo?
Simplicity. No sound deadening whatsoever.
Well, see, here I was thinking my truck was simple, but little did I know I was wrong.
So the next thing is to start the engine, dude.
Oh yeah, let's see this.
I have to be very precise with this key. If I'm not, it won't turn. It's a theft deterrent.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes. But dude, it starts every time with absolutely no issue. By the way, this truck only has 9,200 miles.
So it says.
So it's brand new.
One, again, like we were mentioning a little bit before, we're not 100% sure
what this truck is.
Yeah, because this motor, these axles, the transmission, any of it could be from anywhere. So in terms of power output on this 300 inline 6, it could be anything from 100 horsepower to 170 depending on its application and when it was built.
Exactly.
But we don't know where this one came from. So
I do need to double clutch this because it's not very happy when I don't. And also, that 300, this 300 straight 6 was 65 was the first year and 96 was the last year.
Was it?
Yes.
I think it's funny, we mentioned in my truck that it's loud.
No, you haven't heard loud until...
I don't agree anymore. I don't think my truck is loud at all. It's a regular Cadillac compared to where we're sitting now.
So, I have my speedometer.
You do have a speedometer.
I have some other gauges, like fuel and temperature, but I don't know if they actually work. So, and also this, like you said, could be 9,200 miles.
Yeah.
It could be any number of miles. We don't know what the mileage is.
I do have to say, even though it is shockingly loud inside of this truck,
yes,
this is one cool looking dashboard. I love the body color match. It is unfortunate though that we've got this modern head unit. Got it.
Yeah,
the double clutch.
Check this out, dude.
So,
oh yeah, did you see that?
Huh? I mean, it works, just.
Yes.
I would not be as happy daily driving this as I am daily driving my truck.
So my transfer case makes a rattle.
A little bit.
Yeah, I have to hold it.
It's kind of hard to pick out what is rattling since everything is rattling in this truck.
By the way, I'm going about 35, and I think I've hit my top speed.
All joking aside, this is a tough truck, but I would much rather drive this on a ranch like David's, on the farm, taking it off-road. I wouldn't want to take this on a road trip cross country, ideally. It wouldn't be a blast unless you had some serious noise canceling headphones.
No, but it's also, I don't have a rev counter, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm trying not to, over rev this engine.
Yeah, well, and you can hear how much is revving, so you don't even need the rev counter.
Exactly, and also, I don't have a canceling blinker.
No self-canceling turn signal.
No.
That's old school.
Yeah, and I always forget, so I'm really an old dude driving this truck.
Yeah, it's quite an experience being in this Ford. Again, not as nice to drive on the road as my truck. It does way less than my truck, and it has more aggressive tires, so I'd be willing to bet this is better off-road. It is even simpler than my truck, so fewer things you would have to fix. And it looks so cool. On the inside and on the outside, this thing gets attention.
So dude, and we also know this engine from the 6-shooter project, right?
We do.
And, woo! And you actually tried to kill that engine at David's farm.
Yeah, so we did our best to do a legitimate torture test on that truck because we bought that F-150 for $900. The steering is bad, the brakes are bad. It's not really something that's worth fixing up because the whole truck, it's in worse shape than you can tell by looking at it on video. So since we bought it for $900 and it was just a parts truck, we decided to beat on it, and we cannot kill that motor. We overheated it, blew out the side of the radiator driving it up the mountain at David's property, but as soon as we threw a new radiator at it, that motor was just happy as a clam. Once again, it's really difficult to kill these 300 inline sixes. These are some of the most reliable engines Ford has ever made.
And like we keep saying, many applications of this engine.
Yeah.
Heavy trucks, dump trucks, refuse trucks, right? Even F-150s, right?
Yeah.
Anything across the board.
Yeah.
I think if you want to daily drive something, I think your truck is the way to go. But if you want to have something cool for the weekend, this is the way to do it.
Yeah, if I was on the farm, off-roading, and like you said, if I wanted to go to a car show, I would definitely pick this. But I'll put it this way. I wouldn't have any second thoughts about putting this truck on a trailer behind my truck. I would not be so into the idea of putting my truck on a trailer behind this truck.
I would agree. Plus there's no trailer wiring in this truck as of now. So, yeah, dude. So this was a lot of fun. We should do more of this.
Yeah,
like have these two trucks together.
Exactly. Well, and we're hoping soon to get this and my truck off-road, which would be an interesting video. I think this is probably going to be better off-road, but we'll have to test them to find out. And also, let us know in the comments if you all like this kind of video where we're spending more time kind of driving around rather than walking around. So, we'll see you in the next video.
And also TFLtruck.com, right?
Always.
Yep.